Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the World Geography SSC PYQs Part 2. In today's session, we are going to discuss the questions that had been asked earlier in the exams. We will see the type of things we can learn from this session. So let's start. Before we start, the images, text and other materials used in our presentations are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners. If you're the owner and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the same. So first question that we have with us is the frontal cyclones occur characteristically in. Options are equatorial region, tropical region, mid-latitudinal region or polar region. So frontal cyclones are also known as the mid-latitudinal cyclones or the temperate cyclones. So correct answer will be C option, mid-latitudinal cyclones or mid-latitudinal region. So extratropical cyclones, sometimes called the mid-latitude cyclones or wave cyclones, are a group of cyclones defined as synoptic scale low pressure weather systems that occur in the middle latitudes of the Earth outside the tropics, not having tropical characteristics and are connected with fronts and horizontal gradients in temperature and dew point, otherwise known as baroclinic zones. If we talk about the mid-latitudinal region, they are also famously called the temperate cyclones, and these are the same temperate cyclones because of which the western disturbance occurs in India, which creates rainfall and snowfall in the month of January, February and March in Jammu Kashmir and northwestern part of India. Which of the following resource is renewable? Options are uranium, coal, timber or natural gas. So among the following options, we can directly understand that the natural resource or renewable resource is timber. So timber means wood that we obtain from plants are called renewable in the sense that after cutting a tree, if we plant another tree, then it will grow up and again give us wood and timber, whereas all other things given are non-renewable. Once the stock is finished, we cannot get more of it. So correct answer is C, timber. Natural sources of air pollution are. Options are forest fires, volcanic eruptions, dust storm, smoke from burning dry leaves. So if we talk about the natural source of air pollution, the correct answer is C option, dust storm. A dust storm or sandstorm is a meteorological phenomenon common in arid and semi-arid regions. Dust storms arise when a gust front or other strong wind blows loose sand and dirt from a dry surface, and that creates an air pollution. That is a natural source of air pollution. So answer is dust storm. Sinkhole is a phenomena of dash topography. Options are desert, tundra, karst or plain. So correct answer will be karst. Karst topography is the topography which deals with the sinkhole, the creation of caves beneath the surface of the earth. So that is called karst topography, and sinkhole is a phenomena through which the water enters into the earth's surface. So karst is a landscape formed from the dissolution of soluble rocks, including limestone, dolomite, and gypsum. It is characterized by sinkholes, caves, and underground drainage systems. So correct answer is C option, that is karst. Choose the correct option which represents the arrangement of atmospheric layers. Options are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. Mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere, troposphere, stratosphere. Ionosphere, exosphere, mesosphere, troposphere, stratosphere. Exosphere, troposphere, ionosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere. So if we talk about this one, so correct answer will be troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. And you can also have a trick for it that is called TSME, that is TSMIE. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, and exosphere. The current sequence is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. Whereas troposphere is the layer in which all the weather phenomena takes place. Stratosphere is the layer where ozone layer is found. Mesosphere is the coldest layer, ionosphere is the hottest layer, and exosphere is the layer that is the outer side layer of atmosphere and that meets with the space. Which of the following options correctly explains the term heat budget? Options are: it is the amount of heat which the surface of Earth receives from the sun. It is the radiation from the Earth in the form of long waves. It is a mode of transfer of heat through matters by molecular activity. It is the balance between incoming and outgoing radiation. If we talk about the correct explanation of heat budget, then the answer will be D option. It is the balance between the incoming and outgoing radiation. So the Earth and the atmosphere are heated by energy from the sun. The atmospheric heat budget of the Earth depends on the balance between insolation and outgoing terrestrial radiation. So correct answer is D. Day and night are equal at the prime meridian, poles, equator, or Antarctic. If we talk about the day and night, so this can occur only in the situation of equator. So the equator receives equal day and night throughout the year because it does not tilt in relation to the sun's location. Because of the tilted axis of the earth, the poles and locations away from the equator leans towards or away from the sun as an orbit is completed, while the equator stays in essentially the same location relative to the sun. And that is also because you can find the most dense forest in this area because throughout the year they receive the same amount of sunlight and also kind of same amount of rainfall. That is why the tropical forests and evergreen forests are found in these regions. Evergreen type forests are found in options are Mediterranean region, monsoon climate area, desert region, or equatorial region. I just told you. Answer this question, guys. So as we just discussed, the answer of this question will be B option, monsoon climatic area. So the tropical rainforest is Earth's most complex biome in terms of both structure and species diversity. It occurs under optimal growing conditions. Abundant precipitation and year-round warmth mean monthly temperatures are above 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Precipitation is often in excess of 100 inches a year. There is usually a brief season of reduced precipitation. In monsoonal areas, there is a real dry season, but that is more than compensated for with abundant precipitation the rest of the year. So correct answer will be B. Equinox occurs when the sun is vertically above Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Cancer, poles, or equator. And equinox is the situation that occurs two times in a year, one in March and one in September. And the correct answer according to this will be D option, equator. The sun is directly overhead at high noon on the equator twice per year at the two equinoxes. Spring or vernal equinox is usually March 20 and fall or autumnal equinox is usually September 22. So correct answer is D. Among the world oceans, which ocean is having the widest continental shelf? Options are Antarctic, Arctic, Indian or Atlantic. So, if the following oceans we talk about, the widest continental shelf is for Arctic Ocean. The largest shelf, the Siberian Shelf in the Arctic Ocean, stretches to 1500 kilometers in width. The South China Sea lies over another extensive area of continental shelf, the Sunda Shelf, which joins Borneo, Sumatra, and Java to the Asian mainland. So, continental shelf is the area that is found just below the sea, where the sea starts and starts submerging the continent. And the widest continental shelf is found in Arctic Ocean all over the world. When does solar eclipse take place? When the sun is between the moon and the earth, when the earth is between the moon and the sun, when the moon is between the sun and earth, when the moon does not lie on the line joining the sun and earth. So, solar eclipse is a situation in which it seems like the moon has completely cover the sun, and that occurs in the situation that is C option, when the moon is between the sun and the earth. So a solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the earth and the sun, thereby totally or partly obscuring the image of the sun for a viewer on earth. So correct answer is C. And a situation in which the sun, the moon and the earth are in a linear position or in a straight position, that situation is called syzygy. Strait of Gibraltar connects with which of the following? Options are Red Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea, Arabian Sea, Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, Black Sea. So Strait of Gibraltar is found separating Europe and Africa, and basically it separates the Spain and the Morocco. And by that we can understand that the two sea that it will connect are Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. So approximately 9 miles, that is 14 km wide at its narrowest point. The Strait of Gibraltar is the entry point into the Mediterranean Sea from the Atlantic Ocean. It is bordered by the continents of Africa and Europe and the countries of Morocco, Spain, the British colony of Gibraltar, and the Spanish exclave of Ceuta are found. So correct answer is C option, Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea. Jog Falls in Karnataka is located over which river? Kaveri, Godavari, Shravati or Krishna? And Jog Falls? also known as Garsopa Falls, are located on the river Shravati. Jog Falls, located at southern state of Karnataka, is India's highest waterfall. Its height is 830 feet and is located on Shravati River. Basically, it is the widest waterfall of our country. If we talk about the highest waterfall, that is Kunchikal in Karnataka. And the correct answer for this question is C option, Shravati. Earth received heat from the sun is known as insolation, infrared heat, solar radiation, or thermal radiation. So, when the sun transfers the heat to the earth, it is basically known as insolation. So, insolation is the solar radiation that reaches the earth's surface. It is measured by the amount of solar energy received per square centimeter per minute. So, correct answer is A. Spot the odd item in the following: Red Sea, Black Sea, Caspian Sea, or Dead Sea. So the odd item is A, that is Red Sea. Black Sea, Caspian Sea, and Dead Sea are landlocked. And Red Sea, whereas has opening mouth. On one side, it connects to the Arabian Sea, and on the other, through the Suez Canal, it connects to the Mediterranean Sea. The Himalayan mountain range is an example of fold mountain, volcanic mountain, residual mountain, or blockchain. So the correct answer is A option, fold mountain. The Himalayan mountain range is an example of fold mountain. They are known as fold mountains because the mountains extend for 2500 km in length in a series of parallel ridges or folds and consist of three folds, namely Himadri, Himachal, and Shivalik. So fold mountains are formed because of the convergence of two plates. Like Himalayas are formed because of the convergence of the Indian plate and the Laurasian plate. And that is why the 55 million years ago, the fold mountains Himalayas were originated. Which one of the following is a warm ocean current? Options are Gulf Stream, Kuril, Canary, or Labrador. So Gulf Stream, Kuril, Canary, and Labrador all are the currents found in ocean, and the warm one is A option, Gulf Stream. So Gulf Stream is a warm ocean current. It flows along the North America and drifts towards the Western Europe, thus raising the temperature of western coast considerably. So correct answer is A. Which of the following is the largest biosphere reserve of India? Nilgiri, Nanda Devi, Sundarbans, or Gulf of Mannar? So largest biosphere reserve that is found in the following areas is D option, that is Gulf of Mannar. So Gulf of Mannar with an area of 10,500 square kilometers is the largest biosphere reserve of India. And this is found in the area between India and Sri Lanka. And there you can find the largest biosphere reserve of India. With what bioregion is the term steppe associated? Grassland, tropical forests, savanna, coniferous forests. So when we talk about prairies, pampas, steppe, downs, veld, savanna, all these are the particular type of grasslands. So correct answer is A. In physical geography, a steppe is an ecoregion characterized by grassland plains without trees apart from those near rivers and lakes. About how much of the world's land area is tropical rainforest? 2%, 7%, 10%, or 15%? So the area, the percentage of area that covers under the tropical rainforest are 2%. So covering around 2% of the Earth's total surface area, the world's tropical rainforests are home to 50% of the Earth's plants and animals. Rainforests can be found all over the world from as far north as Alaska and Canada to Latin America, Asia and Africa. So correct answer is 2%. And tropical rainforests are those forests which are highly influenced with the sun rays and rainfall. And this particular type of region falls in the area called tropical area that is found between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. The world's growing appetite for what food product is a leading cause of tropical deforestation? Options are pork, sugar, lamb, or beef. So correct answer will be D option, that is beef. So world's growing appetite for beef is a leading cause of tropical deforestation. What is Kyoto Protocol? It is an agreement among countries to take steps for planting trees to control pollution. It is an agreement among countries to start using nuclear energy. It is an agreement among countries to take steps for reducing global warming. It is an agreement among countries to take steps for reducing acid rain. So, if we talk about the Kyoto Protocol, it is associated with the curb of carbon dioxide, and according to that, the answer will be C option. It is an agreement among countries to take steps for reducing global warming. So, Kyoto Protocol is an international treaty among countries to reduce the greenhouse gases emissions based on premise that first global warming exists and man-made CO2 emissions. So, correct answer is C. The largest reservoir of fresh water is groundwater, ponds, lakes, or glaciers. And if we talk about the largest reservoir of the fresh water, then that is glaciers. So glacial ice or glaciers are the largest reservoir of fresh water on Earth. So correct answer is D. The most abundant element by number in the living system is hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, or nitrogen. So the most abundant element that is found in the living system is hydrogen. So most abundant element in the universe is hydrogen, which makes up about 3 by 4 of all matter. Helium makes up most of the remaining 25%. Oxygen is the third most abundant element in the universe. So correct answer is A option, hydrogen. How much of world's surface is covered by water? 70%, 80%, 25%, or 55%? So the percentage of area that is covered by water is 70%. So about 70% of the Earth's surface is water covered, and the ocean hold about 96.5% of all Earth's water. So correct answer is A. Which of the following scientists proved that the path of each planet around the sun is elliptical? Options are Galileo, Newton, Copernicus, or Kepler. If we talk about the scientists and who has discovered this thing is Kepler. So Johannes Kepler was a German mathematician, astronomer, and astrologer. He is best known for his laws of planetary motion, which stated that the orbit of a planet is an ellipse with the sun at one of the two foci. So correct answer is Kepler. And Kepler gives the law of planetary motion, in which he describes that how the all the planets revolves around the sun and what exactly is the path they takes and what is the elliptical path they follow. And that's it in this session. I hope you learned a lot of things in this session with the help of questions. I will meet you in the next session. Till then, bye bye and thank you.